So, hi guys, I'm Ash, and just like always, I guess just like the previous time, today I'm also going to choose a random topic and we are going to, just discuss it. So, it was pretty hard to choose the topic that we should talk about today, but I've just chosen a pretty, you can say, kind of cringy topic. But we are going to have a different perspective about all of this. Okay, so the topic that I've chosen today is going to be about, I guess, ego. Okay, now I know it's pretty weird. Okay, just like my all topics, it's pretty weird. But the thing about is that we have seen a rise in this. Okay, rise in this, especially in the younger generation. Now, definitely, other people kind of can have different meanings about this similar topic. Okay, for example, to me, ego is some when someone is too good at it, just kind of owns that. Okay, but of course different people can have different perspectives about this similar thing. Okay, for example, for you it might be ego means something cringy that like the new generation or the Gen Z kids do usually. Okay, for me, as I said, is morely that if you are too skilled at something, you start to kind of just own that. And but definitely different people can have different meanings of this. So, what I wanted to talk about today is that the rise of this whole ego stuff and my perspective, my point of view regarding this, and what kind of ego should you have, or what the ego, modified ego, should be that can actually help you prevail in life rather than having something that just makes you seems like a rude guy. Okay, so maybe this video kind of can be pretty insensitive. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry in the start. Okay, so let's start this. So ego, basically, yeah, I mean, it just consists three letters, right? But these three letters have a different kind of power. Okay, some guys have used this thing, and they have succeeded in life, and they have did that and that, and while some people it led to its downfall. So it's pretty much the same as everything else. It's just double-edged sword. It can either cut you up or help you to win wars and battles or whatever. But okay, let's just come back to topic. What we are going to discuss about today is kind of how this whole ego thing that you can help to succeed. Okay, so let's start with I guess using the word, where does this ego actually comes from, or when does this whole thing starts. Okay, so first of all, let me clarify this. There is no age limit to when you, like, it's not a phase where you just randomly start egoing out everything. It's just part of life. It's an emotion, and you just kind of own that. Okay, uh, so let's take an example. Okay, for example, around 10 years earlier, when I was around 8 or 9 years old. Okay, at that time, whenever we went out, for playing cricket or anything, just chilling out with friends and stuff, at that time, we that ego thing is just kind of a personality. Okay, there is that character, and it's present in kids, in older generation, in new generation, mostly older generation people, but and definitely kids. The middle aged are more like pretty sensible guys. So when I was a kid, there used to be my friends, of course, and then in all of this friends group, there were few guys. Okay, of course they were talented, so kind of owning thing. I have read many mangas and stuff, and this is a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern that you might find in many movies and this whole entertainment culture. It's basically that if you are a genius, you just kind of have a different personality, and that personality is kind of towards an egoist behavior. Okay, for example, a genius, of course different geniuses can have different personalities, and it's pretty much true in real life too. See, when you are just, when you become a top of everyone, like in a class you are at the top of everything, you are not just the study wise a topper. No, we're talking about a top of something that you might be the in that particular field, you might be better than the whole school itself. Okay, so of course people are going to praise you, you are going to receive a lot of compliments, and of course your personal life is going to be very different. Now this is the thing, okay, power makes a man corrupt, and it just exists when you get power. Okay, and we are talking about real life, we are not talking about fantasy and stuff where you are the most powerful guy and you are still very kind hearted. That stuff might happen in fantasy, might also happen in reality, but most of the times what we particularly see is that whenever a man discovers power and he's put in a powerful position or something, he might do good but at the start, but as time goes, being honest is one of the most rarest attribute that you can find in today's reality. Okay, and at the same time, turning back to the topic, see, so it's kind of a character, this whole ego thing, and the geniuses own this character naturally because you are putting a guy at the above everyone else. Okay, so definitely he's going to feel powerful in that aspect, and because he is skilled in a particular field. Now what basically my motive was definitely to teach you, not really teach you, I mean to just talk about that how you can use this particular thing from my perspective to do greater deeds. Okay, but I also wanted to, kind of put up light on the topic that how power makes someone corrupt, and also that you are a genius or you are someone with a particular or who has mastered a particular skill, but then you are owning this whole thing because you are actually at the top of others. So kind of makes a little bit sense. I am not saying that it is a kind of the right thing to do, but it kind of makes sense. Okay, you can't expect a man to be at the top of his game, and still act down to earth with you. It's a part of personality, right? What I wanted to kind of put the light on is that how younger generation is kind of moving around this whole concept. The concept has changed, okay, and it's not based on skill now. So ego has become sort of a trend now. Okay, you have ego and it's kind of something that makes you the cool guy, okay, or a girl. It just makes you cool, and people assume that. I'm not saying it will make you cool. To me, it kind of just makes you like a dumb or maybe just a rude guy. Okay, so let's take a look at that how ego has turned the younger generation into something else. So now definitely in our times, putting your hands in your pocket and just posing around a little bit, it was kind of, it looked cool, right? Then when you are at that age, okay, when you are in teenage period, okay, that time hormones go up and down, there is a bit of aggression, it is the rebel period. But at that time you might do some pretty much things, and it kind of suited that whole mood and vibe. But when you see the same things in 5-year-old 6-year-old kids, and it just kinds of, and of course you might have not noticed this, I guess you have also noticed this, that kids are becoming more isolated now. So definitely the biggest contributor to this is our, pretty thing that I'm recording myself right now with. But honestly, kids have gotten too rude. Okay, see, I do agree that in India, our culture and everything is kind of very twisted, and the mentality of our parents, and I'm not saying this culture is superior than other cultures, but each culture should learn something from other cultures. And I think what Indian culture should learn from other culture is how to, what I can say, how to show, or how to show the whole thing about love, relationship, and how to openly show these things in public. Because see, I have seen many foreign YouTubers, vloggers videos, and of course India is one of the worst civic sense country. I'm not saying India is only the worst civic sense country, but in terms of civic sense, India is actually very bad. So of course there was a very good line. It was said by Isaac Shashi Dharun, or whatever his name is. The guy is like a legend type of thing. So he said that India is the only country where you can piss in public but can't kiss in public. So see, the thing about all of this is that in India, openly doing anything is short of very bad. Okay, you can't express your love openly here, holding hands, hugging each other, and the whole kiss concept has gotten, is like at a next level, at a very far. Looking closely, you can't even hold hands in public, because people start to see you as if you are doing something so evil, like you are psychopath or something, and they just kind of isolate you from the entire society and stuff. And also, so just like, so our kids have learned many things, but the whole ego concept in the rebel period comes, I'm getting very much off topic, but it's for the greater good, because I'm just trying to make a conversation, and I think that talking about just one random and focusing on that point is kind of something you do in a normal video, where you're going to you are sharing information and you are teaching people of stuff. But I'm just saying whatever is coming to my mind, because I want to develop my communication skills, and I just want to share my random thoughts. So this is the whole thing. Okay, I am not a terrorist, and I'm not going to say something very often. So if you're something kind of a Deshbhakt guy, all of us are, maybe at some point or another. You kind of feel proud when the national anthem is getting sung on a different sports or anywhere. You kind of feel proud about it. So yeah, in a way, we all are very much connected to our nation. I'm not criticizing it, but definitely it is a point to be taken out about from all of this, that India has no civic sense at all. And why I'm introducing this whole topic into a video where we are talking about ego, right? So this is the thing. By sense, civic sense, have you seen the aggression in Indian people? Okay, comparatively from other countries, when you are stuck in a jam or something, and we are talking about, you can't even stuck in jam in the Bihar and stuff, because honestly here things are so weird. There is no traffic light and stuff where I live, at least. Okay, and the most weird part about all of this is that we have just gotten so used to this whole thing that I've never even I've never seen someone even talk about that. Maybe we should, and this includes my parents, my uncles that come from somewhere. So yeah, everyone, no one even thoughts about it, and we drive like crazy. I mean, you won't believe there are like two trucks going on. It's not a movie scene, it's just a random Tuesday for someone, and that guy is going from between, and that happens here. Okay. And it's kind of magical at the same time, but at the same time, in these kind of situations, when so see, I'm going from here, someone is going from here, and then someone is coming from here, so it creates a big jam, and it's an everyday thing here. And definitely I've noticed that where there are traffic lights and stuff, there is jam, but it doesn't really last very long. So the thing about is, see, you are not getting paid full salary. There is a man who has a whole family to feed, and there is this whole this is the peak summer time, so in your head your helmet is getting this whole boiled up, and between all of this you have to work 9 to 5. So there the aggression kind of makes sense there. And in that aggression comes ego. See, and I said that using the ego in a right way, and then using the ego, as I said, geniuses can have ego, and kind of makes sense for them. So basically, the video has gotten a lot off topic, so I'm sorry for that. If you're just listening to something and something, so just keep listening. I will try to make okay, I'm just trying to make a conversation here. See, basic sense. So because of this whole thing, there is a lack of civil sense and stuff, and because of that a lot of problems arise, and there is aggressive nature of Indian people, more like generally more aggressive nature, and between all of this comes the ego part, and it is shown mostly by the rich kids, or someone that has a backup plan, or that someone has some kind of, you can call that a backup, because there is a reason that you don't mess with minister's kid, because he can just roam freely, and that is because his father is in power. Okay. Or any relative that is in power, you can just use that, right? That is particular condition of India. But let's not go that far. Okay, what I wanted to say was, what I wanted to convince you was that how ego is changing. I mean, you can see kids and they talk back to their parents like it's just a kind of a real over dramatic movie going on, and that kid is doing his best to trying to I cannot kind of even express this whole thing, because honestly, you think about it yourself. At our time, and I'm not talking about 100 year previously, just 5 to 10 years before. Of course, I'm not correcting the whole abuse thing, definitely not. It creates trauma and it's very bad, but usually we didn't really talk back to our parents like today's generation kids do. I'm not saying that they are worse. Of course, standing up for yourself is a very good thing to learn, and I'm not saying that we are right, because this is the truth, that parent doesn't doesn't have a child because he wants to use him as a tool. Mother gives birth to a child because she wants to be happy, and she wanted that, right? It's not the child's fault, and it's not his fate. Just because he's born in a particular family, it's not like his destiny is to become a tool for them or something. So in that sense, okay, my mind has completely gone off. Well, I think this much is enough. I mean, it was just about having conversation. So thanks for watching, and definitely if you were bored, that's a good thing. At least you were listening to something bored. That's a dopamine detox for you. Thank you very much, and welcome, and well, sayonara.